Hi everyone, here we are in part 3. We're going to actually take a wooden propeller and a carbon fiber propeller and just see how strong these holes are in them. That's the most important thing to me. I know the blade itself will never fly apart, but I just want to make sure that these bolts and these holes never let go. I really need to see around 300 pounds. I like to have a 3 to 5 to 1. If I get to 500 pounds, it's incredible. And if I get over 600 pounds, it will be just mind-boggling to me. So hope you enjoy this, and thanks for watching my videos. This is part 3 where we're going to test these propellers. Thanks. What you see here is a test direct that I made myself. I have a 2-ton hydraulic jack at the bottom, and I bought a crane scale off of eBay that goes up to 2,000 pounds at the top. So what I'm going to try to do is pull the props apart at the hub. Okay, now in this test here, I'm going to crank it up and just see how high I can get before the prop hub fails. Keep in mind, inside this wooden prop is a couple of layers of plywood. I will show a rendering a little bit later of how that prop was made. So hopefully I was going to get to at least 500 pounds, but as you can see I got way beyond 500 pounds. This wood is so incredibly strong compared to what I thought it would be. I have 440 bolts and nuts going through this, and I'm just was completely blown away by the results I got. As you can see here, I'm well over 1,500 pounds, and I actually peak closer to the 1,700 pound mark and then back it off, and as I go to put the pressure back onto it, it then fails again. Now here in slow motion it doesn't really show you too much more, but you can see that it just pulled the 440 bolts right through the wood. Now if you look close here, you'll see that it greatly deformed the 440 bolts, and it's just incredible how high this went, over 1,500 pounds, and the prop failed. So I know without a doubt that these props would have worked if I could have gotten the prop tips to track properly with them being wood. It's just incredible how strong this wood really was in the 440 bolts. So next we're going to look at the carbon fiber prop. Now we're going to start with the carbon fiber propeller. After seeing how high the wood went, I had no idea how far the carbon fiber prop would be able to go before the prop hub holes failed. I try to very slowly put pressure on the hydraulic jack so that I'm not creating spikes in the load that's on the prop holes. I try to keep it as consistent as possible, but since this is homemade, what the heck. As you can see here, I greatly and quickly got to the same capacity of the wood. And I really wanted to go slow so I wasn't create any shock loads on the prop. I wanted to really accurately know how high the prop would go before it failed. I have to be honest, I was very scared being this close to this as I was doing this, as I didn't know how many parts were going to fly. But I just kept going nice and slow, and I was afraid I was going to run out of capacity of my hoist. I'm sorry, my jack and my scale, because they only go to 2,000 pounds. As you can see, I got to 1,943 and then backed off a little bit, and then it failed. In slow motion, you can see here that it just sheared the bolts. I mean, the prop hub did not fail. It was a shearing of the 440 bolts. So I'm completely blown away with how strong carbon fiber really is with the hardwood plug in the hub. As you can see from the pictures here, right here, I just sheared the 440 bolts. These are stainless steel, and it just sheared them right off. You can see that they curved a little bit in the inside the prop where it's sheared, and right there it just sheared it right off and clean. Now in this picture right here, you can see the bolts that were deformed and what they look like, and hopefully this is all going to balance out fine. As you can see, these props are plenty strong enough and they will never fly apart.
Hey everyone, well here we are about 2:15 a.m. in the morning, and this was incredible testing this. I can't believe that the carbon fiber got to almost 2,000 pounds. I mean, to get anything over 800 pounds to me is just mind-boggling. I really thought it would fail somewhere around 600 pounds. The wood blew me away. I could not believe I had taken a wooden propeller. Now I had cut a slot in here and slid plywood in there and pinned it. So this was just not a regular wooden propeller at the end. I had actually sliced it, slid some plywood in there, and birch plywood, and then put some dowel rod pins in. So that's what held this together. But as you can see, the wooden propellers would have worked fine. The carbon fibers, they'll never blow up. I actually sheared 440 bolts off. That's what failed. And you'll, as you saw in the video, this proves that this is going to work. Thanks a lot, everyone.